Yep, that happened. episode Things sure did heat up with episode 11 of My Dress Up Darling, and yeah, that was super spicy. If anybody had like really huge problems with Gojo and his inability to really just take action, they're probably seething right now, just really angry. I mean, even me, a little bit upset that he didn't take that chance, but it is what it is. That's these characters. That's not those people. So yeah, it's still funny in the end. I really enjoyed this episode. Super spicy. Really enjoyed it. Great character moments, and yes, kind of that progression of this realization the two of them really do kind of want each other. There's an attraction there, and it's just gonna take them, acting on it before it ever happens. But yeah, open up this episode, we have them take a break inside of a manga cafe, and so Gojo gets to get introduced to that, and not only that, he gets to introduce to what succubuses are. Apparently, he doesn't know what a succubus is. This dude's super sheltered. Super sheltered. But yeah, as they're in this manga cafe, Marin introduces him to this manga. I'm a mega best-selling high school student light novel author that has a succubus thirsting for me every night, and I don't know what to do. And here comes Andrew's like a prude, I guess. Here's Andrew's getting angry about stuff that most people don't even care about. I seen this title and I realized she did not say Wakaranai. So I'm like, okay, so where does the I don't know what to do part comes into play? And I tried to translate the actual book cover and I didn't really see anything in there with I don't know what to do. And so it lead me to believe that this whole joke bit right here that a lot of people were probably laughing about because she shortens it to Sucky IDK, and obviously that's implying something Suck IDK, but my point is that this upset me because this isn't the original creator's joke. This is the translator putting a joke into this anime, which kind of frustrates me. What Marin is actually saying right here for the shortening is Sabakoma. And Sabakoma is not Saba IDK. But anyways, that's just me. Take that with you wish. If you enjoyed it and you laughed at it, that's perfectly fine. If you've seen it and said, holy crap, did they actually say that? No, they didn't actually say that. I don't know wasn't even in the title. And it wouldn't be shortened like that in Japanese, honestly. So it's a completely translator's joke. And for me, that bugs me. I really don't like where jokes are placed somewhere where it's not supposed to be. And that's technically one of them. And it's just like a pet peeve of me. I've never. That's just like when they had Some of Spider So What. That show was airing, and when they were translating that show, they were throwing like typical Spanish jokes in there, like rapido or something like that, randomly out of nowhere. And it's like that's not what the translation should be. You're translating it from Japanese to Spanish, not to English, to make a joke, and it doesn't make any sense to me. But anyway, that's me being my little stuck up. I want my stuck up purist stealth that comes out every now and then. But yeah, that aside, it was funny because she mentioned the fact that this is supposed to be a slice of life, and he's like, oh really? What is this about? Oh, it's about a succubus. Well, what's a succubus? Oh, a succubus does this. And he's like, wait, how is that supposed to be tranquil? Because yeah, it's technically slice of life supposed to be more laid back, but it was cute because he's giving him a perspective of it doesn't always have to be about grounded reality. It could be about something that's crazy, but as long as it's got the feel of that slice of life, it's a slice of life. But of course, this all leads into this new character that she wants to cosplay, which is Liz Kyun. And she says that she's not able to do it because she feels like she's not cute enough. This is kind of a weird one. It felt like she was implying that she wasn't cute enough to pull off the short twin tails or the half twin tails. And she says that Juju can pull it off, but she would never be able to pull it off. And it kind of had a brief moment here where you felt like JoJo was having a little bit of a conflict, whereas okay, yeah, this cosplay has a lot of skin showing, just like that previous one, but in this case, it's something that she really wants to do. And I mean, I can probably chop it up as she's fine with all of this except for underboob, but no, it just seems like he's not so much focused on that. He's more focused on the fact that he's not wanting her to feel like she's unable to do something like that. She's cute enough that she could pull this off. So I did like the fact that he was willing to come in there despite that discomfort, even though it doesn't show it. He's willing to kind of bypass that discomfort in order to help her out, which I thought was cute. Then, of course, the struggles that he has is that this entire manga has nothing but chibified versions of this character, so to get the full-scale body proportions is going to take interpretation that they eventually get into later, when she kind of claims that, despite the fact that he's interpreting, most cosplayers interpret stuff the way they want to interpret it in order for it to fit themselves. So it's fine that he interprets it in the way that he thinks it needs to be done, because in the end, it's something that she enjoys. Like, the thing that he interprets it to is something that she loves the most. His interpretations are always the best, and I love that. And of course, this lays the next day where she says, hey, there's a photo studio near you that we could check out. And he's like, wait, there's a photo studio here? And no, it ends up being a love hotel. Yes, she's hired a night of a love hotel to do a photo shoot because in the pictures of the thing itself, it looks kind of like the home of this guy from this manga. And so she decides to rent out a night and bring him there. So that's great. And sure enough, when they arrive, there's signs everywhere that, yeah, this is indeed a love hotel. There's a massager next to the table or the bed. There's something on the television. It's obvious what this place is going for. And so, yeah, that creates a lot of fun there, which I think is equally as fun because the moment she comes out with the actual outfit from Liz Kyun, it's very spicy. It's a very spicy outfit that they end up creating for it. So I love it because this is the point where she gets into the whole aspect of interpretation. Like, oh, well, yeah, I thought about this and I went for a usual succubus look, but then I chose to do it this way because it fit this more cutesy look with the whole apron, I don't know, we call it like the little frilly aspect to it. So it kind of worked out well in the end. And then it quickly sidetracks from here to some random urban legend she learned about if you leave a condom in your wallet, you'll see great success. And I'm thinking to myself, no, it usually leads to something else, but sure, go for that. And yeah, this turns into this cute little montage of them trying out different poses and things that were from the actual manga, different shots, very cool, like iconic shots of the actual manga. Be kind of recreated with her doing it. It was really cute. Love the different shots they managed to pull off. But then, yeah, eventually it leads to that one shot. There was apparently a point in which the character singing something, and the perspective shot of it was pretty much on top of the character. So Gojo's random thought is, okay, well, let me climb up on the bed, and then you climb on top of me and say it. Then they take the shot, and it's a perfect shot, and they're all super happy about it. And I love how it's kind of this play up of this geekiness. The characters have this geekiness about them, and they're enjoying what they're doing. They're having a lot of fun, and they get wrapped up in the moment to the point where they realize, oh, by the way, we're kind of in a really compromised position here. And a position that most people would probably see you're going to be doing something else. And so, yeah, that ends up being the realization when they hear the neighbors moaning. I love it. It's like that realization, oh, yeah, that's right. We're in a love hotel. And, oh, yeah, by the way, Marin's on top of me. And then, oh, yeah, by the way, I have desires. That was just so bad. I just love it. The thing that I love most about this scene so much is obviously Marin looks absolutely adorable. I love her outfit. But more the fact that the moment that Gojo realizes this, and obviously has his little thing happen, his immediate response is to grab her and lift her up. And by grabbing her side, she freaks out. And she has a little squeak about her and she covers it up. This is the thing the ongoing thing that I've always kind of really appreciated about Marin's character is that she's never what you think she is. And yes, there's a few points throughout the series where it does have her kind of imply that she's a little more forward than Gojo. Obviously, she's more forward than Gojo. She's willing to go in those places that Gojo would not want to go. She's willing to take off her outfit and show nothing but a swimsuit because she's more forward. She's willing to take off her top and show her bra because she's more forward than Gojo. She's more comfortable with herself and more forward than he is. But she still has those boundaries. She still, even to that extent, has those boundaries. She's not like super loose. She's not just running around and sleeping with everybody. She's got these boundaries that still she'll get to that makes her stop. And this is kind of one of those moments where, despite the fact that she's comfortable enough with getting on top of him and everything, the moment that he grabs her, she freaks out. It's like this realization that, hey, this has gone a little bit too far. And I really did love that. Of course, it was also probably really shocking to her that he suddenly grabbed her. Let's be honest, but I still like it because it's the sense of that despite all this stuff, and even here, when you have this little brief moment where they were almost going to kiss and the phone rings, they both become embarrassed because it's something different about this situation. There's something else here besides just this, obvious sexual attraction. It's this. There's a relationship here that both of them have, and they're getting that next step. And I really do love that progression of the characters. And it doesn't have to be, I would have liked the fact that they would have cut to the next scene and they've done it or something. I don't mind that. I'd be happy either way. But I do like that progression of the relationship because of just that willingness that they can to hopefully eventually move past that border that obviously both of them have. They both obviously have borders they're not willing to kind of cross. But all the while, we'll enjoy this scene and we'll enjoy the beautiful art that kind of comes from the cosplay they do. I do find a little bit sad that obviously every single cosplay that Marin's going to be doing is technically in the intro, so we kind of get a spoiler for all the different cosplays they end up doing throughout the series. But even still, it's fantastic. It's really good art. It's good art. Good art. But yeah, I totally missed it. But yeah, I've got a huge kick out of Marin goes to change and Gojo turns on the television to keep himself distracted, and it's just something else on the television. And he turns it off, then turns it back on, turns it way down. Oh, he can't help himself but look. In the end, Gojo is human. And yes, that technically adds to the final scene of the episode where, yes, he bonks himself on the head very fast. He's totally not doing something else. It's totally not implying something else. He is still human. Yeah, absolutely love this episode. Really great. Totally good. The ecchi was fantastic. The Liz outfit was fantastic. The shenanigans was fantastic. That comfortable feeling the two of them are starting to get with each other is great. Even a lot of things that normally Gojo would hide away from, it feels like he's kind of breaking past. Like, if we went to, like, episode 1 and Gojo went to a love hotel like this, he would not even walk in the room. He'd probably been out of there. So it does feel like the two of them are kind of progressing in a lot of ways. And I especially think that Gojo himself is being a lot more comfortable, despite the fact that every now and then he still gets a little uncomfortable, like with the cafe scene. It does feel like he's growing as a character, so... Yeah, besides the sucky I don't know joke that the translator decided to plug into this episode, a fantastic one overall. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like down below, comment, let me know what style of the episode, subscribe if you haven't already, share this video if you can, support us on Patreon, I'll throw a tips link in the description below. Definitely appreciate everybody does. There's also a Discord link down there you can join and talk about the show if you like. And y'all take care.